Hey, what's up everybody? It's Gwen and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you my favorite eyeshadow palettes. Let's get started. So my number one favorite palette has to go to the Lorac Pro 1 palette. If you watch my Ride or Die makeup tag, you will know that I am in love with this palette. I actually named this as my favorite palette. It's been through a lot. It's actually like my dirtiest, ugliest palette. Like, you know, when you see people and, they show a makeup palette and it's like destroyed. That's how you know they love a palette. So that's what this is to me. I broke the mirror. It's like all janky. I've hit pan on two eyeshadows. I got this from Ulta. It's pretty readily available. I just love it. It has a white, a black. For women of color, it has some really nice crease shades in here. That's the main reason why I bought this palette for these three colors right here. I love these in my crease. They're just really good. I also like how they have a variety of matte and shimmer colors. I know that when I first bought this, I was, dipping and dabbing into a lot of the colors in here. Since then, I have bought other palettes and kind of have lost interest in the rest of the palette. So I don't reach for any of these shimmers really anymore unless I'm looking for that specific color. But I do use mainly these three colors. Yeah, I really recommend this as a beginner palette. Just if you're trying to build up your collection with, not drugstore, you want some, good mattes. Just some nice pigmented colors to add to your collection. I highly recommend this. And yeah, so this is my favorite palette. Okay, my second favorite eyeshadow palette is the Urban Decay Naked 1 palette. This is a pretty standard, classic palette. Another palette that when you look at it, you know that it's well loved. Also broke the mirror on this one. I've hit pan on two of the colors. Buck is gone, pretty much gone. It's still in there, but it's pretty much gone, and I've hit pan on Naked as well. Yeah, I've used this palette to death, mainly because of Buck. This was the first ever transition shade that I found that worked on my skin tone. No, that's a lie. This was the first, This was like the first transition shade that I used and fell in love with, as you can tell. So yeah, I love this palette. I don't use all the rest of the shades all the time. I do use Creep sometimes, but I don't go into all of these colors. But when I do use this palette, in a full look, I love it. I get compliments. It's just a really pretty palette. And I know a lot of people don't like how much shimmer is in it. I don't mind it actually. The dark shimmers actually look really pretty in the crease. It kind of shows you can use shimmers in the crease. So yeah, I really love this palette. I think it's a nice classic. I've had it for forever. Lasted me a long time. Oh, I almost forgot to mention Half Baked. This color right here, this is such a beautiful color. When I use it as a highlight, it's so good. So yeah, I love this as an inner corner highlight, cheek highlight. Really versatile. When I need a gold eyeshadow, I pick this for sure. Yeah, just really, really pretty colors. So that is my second favorite eyeshadow palette. My third favorite eyeshadow palette is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Master Palette by Mario. This is what it looks like. I really love this palette. I don't pick this up all the time, but I really love the shades in here. I just think it's such a beautiful palette. This isn't available anymore, unfortunately, so yeah, sorry about that, but I do love this palette. I just love dipping into, the shimmers and just discovering different lid colors I can use. The colors are so pigmented. Hello, how are you? So beautiful. Absolutely love this. Yeah, it's just really pigmented. I really like the color scheme. It's really luxurious looking on the eyes. It looks like nice jewel tone colors, kind of. Really beautiful. So I don't pick this up all the time, but when I do pick it up, I fall in love with it all over again. Okay, my fourth favorite eyeshadow palette is this palette by Morphe. It is the Little palette. This is a collaboration with Morphe and Elena Gant. These aren't available anymore. They came and went pretty fast, but this is in the color Coffee Toffee. It is this really cute copper and cranberry shade eyeshadow palette. I absolutely love this. It's really tiny, and these were really reasonably priced. Morphe is super reasonable, and I don't love all of the Morphe palettes that I've bought in my lifetime, but this is one that I'm in love with. It has really beautiful mattes and shimmers that really show up. And I love this color scheme. Like, I don't pick up this palette all the time, but when I want this color scheme, this comes through for me. When I do want a cranberry shade look, I go for this, and I really like the shimmers in here. Just a really, really nice clutch palette for when you want this color scheme. It comes through for me all the time. All right, and the last eyeshadow palette, my fifth favorite eyeshadow palette, is the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette. Now this came kind of late in the game. It's actually a more recent purchase of mine, but it stole my heart because it is just really pretty. It has, you know, the everyday shades at the bottom, but then also has these beautiful colors up top, so pigmented. And this has, you know, helped me to step out of my comfort zone and use more color in my makeup looks, and I'm loving the results. I've used this in a couple tutorials already, and like I said, you can either use it for every day or you can use the color. You get really large pans. It's really pigmented. I love Juvia's Place. I haven't had any issues with their palettes, and their shipping is really fast, and I think the price is pretty reasonable, so I highly suggest checking them out. And it's a Black-owned makeup brand, so if you have a Black-owned makeup brand that's doing really well and, you know, has really good palettes, I say try them out, support, you know. Alright guys, that is all of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. I really hope you guys enjoyed finding out what eyeshadow palettes I like. But yeah, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!